So it's 6 a.m. and here I am with a triple upload. Just tell me, what the fuck am I doing with my live chat? Seriously. But anyway, today I bring to you a story about love. A story about passion. So we need to set the mood out in order to make it about passion, huh? Like bright. There we go. So the protagonist goes by the name of Sean Conklin, and he has a story to share to you guys. He says that Feminist Frequency ruined his date the other day in the best way positive. A thread, hashtag, this is positive, I promise. I don't know if he actually had a date or not. I assume he did, but this is definitely like a desperate attempt to have Feminist Frequency notice him. You know, to have the mistress come up and goes like, I notice you, my child. And he'll be like, and then BuzzFeed can write about it, and it will make him famous. It will help him sell his book, because he's an author. This is my Eastern European take on this whole exchange. But anyway, let's assume the story is real, because it's very interesting, right? So he met this woman on Hinge. I don't know what Hinge is. Tell me in the chat. And apparently he hit it off with her, right? And she's a music teacher. And can you guess it? He likes music. Who the fuck? So he likes music. And he also likes to work with children. And they seem to be getting off well. And he asked her out. And they managed to get out, I guess, to the nature center. But then the weather turned evil. So he took her to the best place where I used to take girls when I was like 16, to the arcade store. Isn't that lovely? You know, he's a grown-ass man, but he can still have like that inner child. He can still have like that gentle nature where he can go revert to his childhood self. Very, very nice, very nice. So he took her to an ice cream and then to the arcade. Lovely date. And apparently he had a good time. Now it wasn't earth-shattering according to him, but it was good enough that she managed to pass his expectations and decide that she is worthy of a second date. So he is the chooser. They decided to go to ice cream. Oh, sorry, my bad. So first the arcades, then the ice cream. Okay, you know, he tried to subvert her expectations, I guess. So they got their ice cream and they walked around and talked for an hour. Like, Jesus, man, set the woman down or something. Walking around for an hour, that sounds horrible. But then again, I'm a fat guy, so the hell do I know? I guess this is like thin privilege in action. When you're thin as Sean Conklin, you can walk around for an hour, right? Now, the plaza where they were had the movie theater that they both frequent so naturally. TV and movies came up. She mentioned hashtag Frasier. I love how these progressive, whatever they talk about something, they did put the hashtag. And it's funny because before Twitter, the hashtag was called Pound. So it's like she mentioned Pound Frasier, yeah? And I told her I often rewatch Pound Cheers and Frasier. And that I love old shows, especially Cheers. Very interesting conversations going on. But when are you taking her home? Like when? Oh, never mind. It's a second date. He probably plans a long-term relationship with her. You know, he's probably a religious person. If he doesn't see the ring, she doesn't get to see the sugar. Huh? But anyway, he then began talking about a specific episode of Cheers. Again, putting the hashtag on Cheers. Dude, you already did so. His favorite episode in which of Sam's baseball buddies writes a book and come out as gay in it. Sam openly supports him. The men in the bar become concerned that the bar will become a gay bar. I want to hire this guy. You do realize it's 6 a.m. and I'm not asleep? Sean, I will pay you money, okay? Listen, I will pay you money to... I'm not kidding. Like, this is actually a job. I'm genuinely offering you employment here, right? Probably I won't be able to pay much because I'm Mr. Euro TV. And, you know, maybe if people grace me with some super chats, I will be able to pay you more. See what I did there? Am I not a steak oil salesman or what? But anyway, right? Don't give me super chats unless you like the video. But as I was saying, you could just Skype me or something and tell me about your favorite episodes from Cheers, and I'll be like, you know, I'm not even kidding. Like, I genuinely wanna contact me, Sean. Contact me. We can work something out. But then he says that Diane challenges them and says that gay men come in the bar all the time, but they just don't know it. They're like under disguise. Huh? They come incognito. The men are adamant that they would know a gay guy if they saw one. She tells them that there are 2 gay men there, and if they can tell who they are, she will be quiet. The men go on and make complete fools of themselves, using outdated, even for that time, stereotypes of gay men to try to determine who it is. And they are proven wrong in the end. It was a powerful social commentary that it is still relevant today, almost 30 years later. I love this guy, Sean Conklin. You know, because most people like get their education from their parents, from the school. You know, they read a book, but no, Sean Conklin watches TV. That's how he gets educated. Now, to everyone's shock, right? To everyone's shock, his date was not interested in it. I don't know, Sean. I find you very interesting. All of a sudden, you know, I understand why the Q in LGBT exists. Q is for questioning, and I start to question my sexuality because I'm interested in you. Not sexually, by the way, just for you to tell me about your story so I can fall asleep. You would really help me improve my life. But anyway, and he explained that he watches Anita Sarkeesian. Best thing to do with a woman on a date, talk to her about other women, especially in the first date. That is like, you know, mwah. So the tropes versus women videos as they came out, and he was in college and he developed a critical eye using feminist critique. And that's why I liked the episode. Well, he liked the episode so much. She then asked me if viewing movies and TV that way ruined it for me. This is actually like a really good question that a lot of sane people ask. It's like, dude, like, doesn't it kind of ruin like the fun when you see everything through the progressive lens, to the lens of intersectionality? And it's funny because Anita Sarkeesian herself, see, maybe you're not a big fan of her as I thought you were. All of a sudden, you lose points, Sean. If I was on a date with you, you would lose points because clearly I'm a bigger fan than her. Anita Sarkeesian actually said that she lost a lot of friends because of her critical lens. So it is true, like it does change your life. I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, but it changes nonetheless. So it was an odd question, says Sean, who didn't know that Anita Sarkeesian already answered it and thus didn't get his programming as to what to say. One that I know was lobbed at the women in Fem Frequency constantly. It's not at the women in her show, like she herself was asked, by the way. This is why we say that people that are into intersectionality are the spirit of the party. They are the people. Like if I were to organize a party right now, I would definitely invite you guys. When I told her that it didn't ruin it, just made it me differently, she was not keen about it. Ooh. Now, he mentioned some of the topics of the tropes versus women videos, not even daring to go into the other amazing things those women do with that organization, which made like $1 million a year or something. How much did they donate to charity? Maybe to breast cancer awareness. Any money donated that? No. They do far greater work than combating titty cancer. They probably educate people into how to please bourgeoisie women by going on a date with them and talking about Anita Sarkeesian. Honestly, look, chat. I know I have some women there in the chat. I don't have a lot. I have a couple. Probably more than Anita Sarkeesian does. Like, that would be interesting to see if she has more female users on her YouTube than I do. Wouldn't you get moist? Like, wouldn't you get that pussy pumping if you have like a good guy, a decent hermano coming to you and talking about tropes versus women at the first date? Oh my God, if I was a woman, I would be sold. You know what? Like tropes versus. Talk to me, baby. But anyway, right? Unfortunately, I'm not Sean. You know what can I do? What can I do? You know, maybe I know what we can do. We can go to a gay education camp, and instead of praying the gay away, we can pray the gay in, and then you would find, you know, we both share our fascination for Anita Sarkeesian. I probably can give you quotes from her. That's how much I know. I can even quote you from Anita Sarkeesian's mentor. I can quote you from Bell Hooks. That's big knowledge, big fan. We should do a quiz, Sean Coker. We should do a quiz. You know, like who knows more about Anita Sarkeesian? You know, like her lectures and stuff like that, and we'll see who gets more. If you score under me, if you score lower than me, I will be not be interested. I'll be like, I only go with the best. But anyway, or maybe I should check my privilege. Maybe I should check my Anita Sarkeesian awareness privilege, and you know, understand that, well, those lesser than me deserve to be heard. Who knows? But anyway, he mentioned that one of the topics of women tropes of women videos, not even daring to go into the other amazing things, and she was getting visibly frustrated. I didn't even tell the content, just the topic. I was trying not to force his opinion. Very good, Sean. You need to know your place and never have strong opinions when on a first date. All right, just always, you know, do whatever she wants, do whatever she pleases. It's like, if she asks you what she should get from the menu, you should be like, I don't know, whatever you want. You know, where do you want to go? I don't know, whatehow you want. That's how you should treat women on the first date. At one point, I said something like, it depends on the context of the game. If you have a war game and a woman is running around in a bikini and shooting guns, does that really make sense? Look, Sean, we need to have a conversation, right? Do you think that the swords in video games are realistic? Do you think that the weapons are realistic? No, you don't, right? Well, okay, so why do you have a sword like Frostmourne in a video game? That makes absolutely no sense in design. Because it looks fucking cool, okay? So why would you have a woman in a bikini running around? Because it looks fucking cool. I know this is difficult for people like you to understand, Sean, but sex sells, all right? Like, people have known this for hundreds of years. And because sex sells and people want to sell their video games, they put sex in it. So when you look at Mortal Kombat, for example, a woman that looks like Scarlet, before the developers realize that she is obscene, she's the mother of all harlots and need to be covered up with a burqa. If you would see a woman like that in a bar, Sean, you wouldn't take her to the arcades. I guarantee to you. Do you know what you would do? You probably avoid eye contact, Sean. Given, like, I'm going to stereotype you here, but if stereotyping is so wrong, why am I always so right? You know, I have the feeling, Sean, that if you are going to go into a nightclub and you would see a woman with the body of Scarlet that looks identical like her, you would not have the cojones to start a conversation with her. You would literally, like, not be able to look her in the eye, and if she ever engages you in a conversation, the only words that will come out of your mouth is yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like, that is literally it, right? So there is a lot of power in sexuality, Sean. Power that you probably don't understand. This is just my opinion about this issue. No, I might be wrong. You know, stereotyping wrong. Yeah. So far, I haven't been wrong when I stereotype. I don't often stereotype, by the way, but I know when I hit the mark. So anyway, the woman said, well, was the character designed to be arousing? Oof, Sean, you met something that we call a normal human being, like someone that thinks for themselves. I don't think you were prepared for this type of encounter, Sean. I don't think you were prepared for a woman that thinks for herself, and now you don't know what to do. It's like, okay, I got this. What do I do with it? You know, you're like a person that always wants something, and when they finally get it, they really don't know what to do with it. Like the message I just got on my phone right now, you know, I felt very lonely and alone at 6 a.m. in the morning, and now that I'm getting attention, I don't know what to do with it because I'm recording a video and I can't check the message. I can relate, Sean. It was going badly for the both of us. This was a huge philosophical difference. In other words, women don't think the way you want them to think. Horrible. Yes, but also an intellectual difference. Oof. Are you saying she's dumb, Sean? That, or maybe you're saying she was way smarter than you. Who knows? We thought of the world in drastically different ways. She thought in the normal way, you thought in the Marxist way. There was a point in our conversation she was mid-sentence and just stopped and said, okay. Then we started talking about The Last Jedi. Oof. And there was no going back. She hated Luke. I loved him. It was over. The end. No way to save that budding relationship. We haven't spoken since. It was a week ago. Oh, Sean. I'm sorry for you. You know, like, what can you do? If the woman that you're out with hates fictional characters that you love, you gotta cut it out, man. You gotta put a stop to it. But did she have big tits? Did she have big tits? I can tell you she wasn't like Scarlett, because if she was like Scarlett and she would have said that she hates Luke Skywalker, you would be, I hate Luke Skywalker too. Maybe you'd have said yes, ma'am. Actually, no, my bad. Like, I hate Luke Skywalker. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. So that's how Feminist Frequency ruined my date. It was good though, because not only did it show me her opinions on feminism, but it also showed me she wasn't willing to discuss it with someone and have a serious conversation. No, I think she discussed it with you, but you know what? I think you are right. There was an intellectual difference. Like, you weren't smart enough to understand what she was telling to you. Like, she was telling to you that your worldview is garbage. It's like when a religious person meets an atheist and the atheist tells him that God isn't real and the religious person just can't comprehend it. Like, I think that was the level of relationship at your date. But I guess, you know, this woman needs to thank Feminist Frequency that she managed to do her selection for her. You know, like, usually women go out on dates to select the men that they don't want to, and this time Feminist Frequency did her job. Like, she didn't have to put in the effort for the selection. It was over at the first date. Now, the replies that we're getting are a little bit savage. Did she hold your purse while you tried on dresses too? You took a girl to an arcade and then took her for ice cream. Yeah, I'm... that's my joke. God damn. Mo, this is my joke. To be fair though, nobody goes on a date expecting it to be on class intersectionality. Wow, no shit. She was just disappointed because she was under the impression she was going on a date with a man. And people wondering if she's hot, obviously. That's you need to show pictures, right? Censor the face so that put some pixels on it. Put some pixels on it and show us. Genuinely curious, you know. Do not contact I would say this man, but this gentleman, no, he is a gentleman. He is a gentleman. Gentleman is okay, right? Jello boy, do not contact this Jello boy, please. But do let me know what you think in the comment section. This was a pleasant read. If I find any more jewels like this on the Twitter, I will definitely let you know. So I hope you got a little bit of entertainment. I hope Anita Sarkeesian does contact this man and praises him for you know, ditching a date, because I'm pretty sure that woman would have definitely got on a second date had he not put his foot down and said no. Didn't talk to her for a week. Oof. I don't know how she handles it. Maybe you know, the lady will come out and she will say, I am the lady in this conversation. That would be brilliant. Anyway, see you all later tonight.